Welcome to our Slash Tales from Retail, where we share stories of your bosses, employees, or those interesting customers you see daily. At this point, I should just start making a weekly post about things people say when I ask for ID for cigarettes. Quick background: since January 1st, my state increased the minimum age for tobacco purchase to 21. Every gas station in my local area now requires everyone, regardless of age at all, to show a valid ID to discourage the already ongoing issue of purchasing for underage people. Here is another recent one from the other day: M is equal to me, C is equal to customer. Customer, Marlboro 100 S2. Me, sure, we do need to ask for ID too. Customer, what? Dude, I'm like twice your age. Me, I'm still required to as part of my job. I completely get the frustration though. I have found that appearing sympathetic to a certain point can avoid issues sometimes, but not always. Customer, yeah, I guess you conveniently forgot to card the pretty little white girl a minute ago, huh? Me, actually, she had just come back in after getting her ID since she left it in the car, and I couldn't sell it to her otherwise. Again, I get it, but I still need to card everyone regardless if they are 21 or 121. Customer, fuck outta here. I'm going up the road then for the 6. Me, adjust the gas then today. Put 6 back in slot. Customer, obviously dumbfounded. You really are gonna be a little bitch about it, aren't you? You're lucky if I don't decide to sue you discrimination of age or attempting to steal identity information. Me, seriously irritated, and there is a line forming which isn't helping the stress at this point. Sir, I gotta do my job regardless. If you really feel inclined to do so, I can't legally try to stop you. But for now, if you are still getting gas, please let me know. I don't mean to sound rude, but I'm the only one with a register open, and there is a line forming. Customer, right, now you are just being a dumbass, but it's cool, college isn't for everyone, I guess. Me, internally fuming at this point, $25. Customer, now I'll just get the gas up the road. Me, hits void, understandable, enjoy the rest of the day though. Customer, what, you thought I was serious? $25 on 9 still. Thankfully he shut up until he got to the door after finally prepaid for the gas, then blurted out that the company should be recognized for employing special ed kids. He was banned from the property after being caught giving to others a hard time like that too. Once during the next shift after me, and once the following day to my manager directly. What do people honestly think they'll accomplish acting like that anyway? Give me a new phone or I'll get you fired. Okay, so this just happened to me a few hours ago, and it stands as the biggest WTF moment in my job. Little bit of background: I work as a contracted cell phone technician for a large superstore chain in my country. My job duties entail selling activating phones and assisting guests with technical issues with their phones. Due to me being a private contractor, I don't answer to any management staff or employee for the superstore, and I am essentially my own boss. On top of this, I do have a right to decline service to anyone, however, I never do because I don't want to turn people away just because they are having a bad day. But, after what happened today, I'm going to enact my right to do so for any future encounters. I had to clean up the language, so please excuse the weird words in italics. So today, I was minding my own business when I was approached by the mythical Omega Karen, O.K. O.K. was a 65-year-old woman who had what looked to be about 4 layers of makeup on her face and a beehive haircut so big, she looked like she had a basketball underneath. Her hair looked like an Omega symbol too, hence why I call her Omega Karen. She explained to me that her phone was not working. Being the ever so helpful person that I am, I got to work in diagnosing the problem. After doing a quick inspection and tinkering around with the phone, I came to the conclusion that the phone was bricked. I informed O.K of this revelation. The exchange went a little like this. O.K, so what do we do now? Me, well, ma'am, unfortunately the best course of action would be to replace the phone. Luckily, I have the same phone on sale for $49.99. O.K, I'm not buying the phone. I bought the phone from here, so I want it exchanged. Me, okay, ma'am, do you have the receipt for the old phone? This is when she went from a nice old lady to Omega level Karen. O.K, listen here, you stupid piece of crud. I bought this phone almost a year ago. I don't have the receipt. I bought it here, and it's now defective. Your company has to honor the guest and replace this broken piece of crud. And you're going to do it free of charge. I soon realized that this was going to be shit show. So I decided to try and patchy the situation in an attempt to mitigate damage. Me, okay, ma'am, I understand that you are frustrated, but unfortunately due to the store's policy we can't do any exchanges after 30 days of purchase. After the words left my mouth, I realized that I fucked up, and she was ready to retaliate. O.K, bullcrap. You are just trying to scam me out of $50. I'm not having that. It's not my fault that it's a cheap piece of crud. If anything, it's your fault it's broken. All my watts were expended after hearing this. She actually was blaming me, a guy she's never seen before, of breaking her phone. Me, ma'am, I'm sorry, but there is honestly nothing the store can do for you. However, because you bought the phone less than a year ago, the warranty should still be replaceable through the carrier warranty. I would be happy to call. She interrupted me by picking up my stapler, erased, threatened me with it. O.K, you will get me a fudging phone right now, or I swear to God, I will throw this at your fudging head. Me, ma'am, threatening me is not going to solve your problem. Now, as I was saying, I can call up the carrier and see if they can replace it under their warranty. O.K threw the stapler to the ground, breaking it, angrily grabbed her broken phone, told me to go fudge myself, and stormed off. After she left, I picked up the stapler and threw it out. I then continued with the next guest. Now, I wish it all ended here. But unfortunately, God hates me and wanted to prove it. About 5 minutes after she stormed off, she returned. But she wasn't alone. O.K did what every Karen dreams of doing and got the store manager. And it wasn't just him, but the security guy as well. Same, this guest has informed me that you won't assist her with her phone. Mind telling me why? I explained the situation to the store manager, who was looking like he was about to hit me. He then interrupted me by saying, Same, okay, and at what point did you throw a stapler at her? I was confused until it finally dawned on me. The person who threatened me was trying to frame me of assault over a $50 flip phone. Me, I never did that. In fact, she was the one who threatened me with a star. O.K interrupted me. O.K, bullcrap. You threw a stapler at me telling me that you were going to choke the life out of me. I want this man arrested for assault. The security guy approached me. SG, is there any way you can corroborate your story? Me, you can check the cameras. They most likely caught the whole interaction. As soon as I said the word camera, O.K went ballistic. O.K, how dare you believe this stupid punk over me? You should feel ashamed of yourself. SG, MAM, we need to make sure to get the full details of the event so we can better explain it to the authorities. O.K, I don't want to wait for the police. Just fire him and get me someone WHO can help me. SG, MAM, you just said that you wanted him arrested. O.K, stop putting words in my mouth, young man. Just fire this piece of crud. This is when the store manager finally pipes up and tells her the bad news. SM, unfortunately MAM, he is a private contractor that handles our phones. We can't fire him because he doesn't work for our company. Now, if he did what you said he did, it would be best to get video proof, that way we can escort him off the property. O.K relented and agreed to look at the footage. All four of us went to the security room to roll back the tape. As soon as we got to the part where she grabbed the stapler and held it up, O.K started screaming. O.K, this is bullcrap. All you fudges are in on it. I'm going to sue you all for tampering with evidence. I will see you all in court. As she began to walk to the door, she noticed me smiling. I soon regretted doing this. O.K smacked me across the face and spat at me. Luckily, SG heard the slap and quickly subdued her. After a quick call to the cops, she was handcuffed and put in the back of a squad car. The police asked if I want to press charges. All it took was one good look at her for me to say yes. Once I got done with the paperwork, the store manager apologized to me for what had happened. He informed me that O.K was blacklisted and is to be arrested on site if she is to come back to the store. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.